So good morning girls, today's topic is thermodynamics. So let's see the introduction of thermodynamics. What is thermodynamics? The thermodynamics, the name itself indicating that it is a consist of two parts. The first one is the thermo and second one is the dynamics. So thermo means heat and dynamics means it is motion, or we can say it is flow. That means we can define the thermodynamics as heat in motion, or the flow of heat from the body of high temperature to the body of low temperature. That means if you are taking an iron rod or any rod, if you heat at the one side, automatically what happen? So after some time, if you are holding the other side, so after heating what happen? We unable to hold the second side. That means we can understand that the heat flows from the one edge to the another edge. That means when heating, so this side will get temperature. So that means this side will get heated. So that heat flows from this side to the lower side. This is high temperature. So first of all it is low temperature, but after some time what happened? The heat flows from the high temperature to low temperature. So this is called as the thermodynamics. Not exactly, but overall the definition is in whatever be the process, the main concept is heat flows from the high temperature to low temperature. So that is the thermodynamic concepts. Okay, generally what in this topic what we are going to deal is, we are going to deal about the different types of heat energies. We are going to deal about the different types of energies. What are the different types of energies? Means, for example, heat is also a type of energy. Next, work is also a type of energy. Like that we are going to discuss about the different types of energy. And secondly, we are going to discuss whether a process, in general in chemistry we are calling process as a reaction. So in whether a process is feasible or not, we are going to discuss in this particular topic. That means if we are taking a reaction A gives rise to B, whether this reaction is possible or not, whether this reaction is going to be possible or not, we'll discuss in this topic. Okay, that is called as feasible. Okay, we are going to discuss about the feasibility of reactions. So that is the second talk. Next, we are going to discuss about the variables. What are the variables? Like pressure. If you change the pressure, or if you increase or if you decrease the pressure, what happen? It will affect the process. So we can say pressure is a variable. Next, we also discuss about another type of variable, that is temperature. If you increase the temperature, the reaction will affect, and if you decrease the temperature also, the process may get affected. So pressure, temperature, number of moles. Next, enthalpy, entropy, Gibbs free energy, volume, next work done. These are all called as variables. Okay, gas variables. So these gas processes are either they are affected, or either they are affecting or not, we can calculate it, or we can discuss in this particular topic. So these are the topics we are going to deal in the thermodynamics process. Okay, what are the topics, ma? So different types of energies. Next, whether a reaction, the given reaction is feasible or not, we can also discuss the different variables. Gas variables can be discussed in the particular topic, that is thermodynamics. Next, before going to the next topics, first of all we have to know some basic terminology in the thermodynamics. First of all, we are going to discuss about the system and surrounding. Actually, what is system, what is surrounding? Means, if you take the whole universe, The whole universe can be divided into system and surrounding. The total system plus surrounding is called as universe. Okay, system plus surrounding is called as universe. So system means, in our chemistry or in our chemistry concern, the system means the part is under investigation, either the part or the reaction which is under investigation, that is called as system. So the part which is under investigation, that means the part which we are going to talk about. Or if you, for example, if you go to a shopping mall or if you go to any supermarket, if you concentrated on the only one dress which you like most, okay, there are number of dresses in the shopping mall, but our concentration only on the particular dress that is which we like most. So according to our concern, that particular dress will be the system for us. So not only any reaction and not only the small part which is under our concentration, our recognition or our investigation is called as system. ఓకే, అండర్స్టాండ్. సో మనం ఒక వస్తువు గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు అదే మన సిస్టమ్ అవుతుంది. మనం ఒక చైర్ గురించి మాట్లాడితే చైర్ సిస్టమ్ అవుతుంది, ఒక బోర్డ్ గురించి మాట్లాడితే బోర్డ్ సిస్టమ్ అవుతుంది. దట్ మీన్స్ వీఆర్ టాక్ అబౌట్ ఎనీథింగ్ వీఆర్ టాక్ అబౌట్ అండ్ వీఆర్ కాన్సన్ట్రేటెడ్ ఆన్ దట్ అండ్ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ వర్క్ ఆన్ దట్ విల్ బీ ద సిస్టమ్. అండ్ ద part except system and the remaining total universe will be the surrounding. ఈ సిస్టమ్ తప్పించి the total universe it is called as surrounding. Okay, except system, the total universe is called as surrounding. For example, again we are going to the shopping mall, the dress which is in our mind, that will be the system, and except that particular dress, the total shopping mall will be the surrounding. In this way we can understand the system and surrounding. Okay, the part which is under investigation or the dress which we like most, which we are concentrated on the particular dress, that will be the system, and the total shop is a surrounding. In the same way, on which particular part we are going to do the reactions, or on particular part we are going to do the calculations, that is the system, and that particular system, except that particular system, the total universe, the total vishwam anta kuda inka edi unte adi, that will be the surrounding. So when we add the system and surrounding, it is called as universe. Okay, that is a universe. So in this way we can define system and surrounding. Okay, next if there is no system, if there is no surrounding, the system is meaningless. Okay, if there is no surrounding, the system is meaningless. Asalu surrounding e lekapothe we cannot concentrate on the particular topic now, so particular part. So system and surrounding both are dependent on each other. Next we are talking about a boundary. What is boundary means? There is a imaginary line, there may be imaginary or it may be real line between the system and surrounding. There is a imaginary and or maybe real line between the system and surrounding. So what is a boundary means? So we are talking about a particular chair. So particular chair, the chair is our system, the total universe is the surrounding. Okay, so the chair is this is a boundary. So we are differentiating the chair and system with the help of boundary only. ఇది పర్టికులర్ సిస్టమ్ చైర్, ఇది సరౌండింగ్ ఎలా అంటున్నాం, దీన్ని మనం డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం అంటే అది మాత్రమే మన మైండ్లో ఉంది. సో ది రిమైనింగ్ మొత్తం సరౌండింగ్ అంటున్నాము అని అంటే వీఆర్ గివింగ్ ఏ బౌండరీ టు ద పర్టికులర్ సిస్టమ్. సో దట్ సిస్టమ్, దట్ బౌండరీ మే బీ ఇమాజినరీ, మే బీ రియల్. So if you are concentrated on the only one dress, so there is a slight imaginary line. So we are not looking on the second dress, only we are concentrating on this dress which we like most. మనకి ఇష్టమైన డ్రెస్నే చూస్తున్నాము, సో పక్క వాటిని చూడట్లేము అని అంటే ఇక్కడ లైన్ అనేది ఇమాజినరీ. బట్ ఇన్ ద కేస్ ఆఫ్ ఏ వెజిల్, సో we are taking a vessel, in that vessel we have water. Okay, hot water. What happened here? The hot water is in, the heat is exchanges from this is system and the surrounding. The heat is exchanges from the system and surrounding. Here it is the boundary, it is real boundary. It is a real boundary. అక్కడ మనకు కనిపిస్తుంది బౌండరీ అంటే సరిహద్దు అని అర్థం. ఓకే, ఈ రెండింటికి మధ్య హద్దు ఏముంది, ఇది. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద బౌండరీ. సో బౌండరీ మే బీ ఇమాజినరీ, ఇట్ మే బీ రియల్. దేర్ ఈజ్, ఇక్కడ డ్రెస్సెస్కి మధ్యలో ఒక ఇమాజినరీ లైన్ ఉంది అంటే మీరు ఇంకో డ్రెస్ని చూడట్లేరు అని అంటే దెర్ ఈజ్ ఇమాజినరీ లైన్ బిట్వీన్ ద టూ డ్రెస్సెస్. ఇక్కడ డ్రెస్ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ డ్రెస్ ఉంది. This is imaginary boundary, but in the case of this example, what happened? The heat is exchanges from the high temperature to low temperature, but here it is a boundary. This boundary is a real. So the boundary may be imaginary, it may be real. So next, the boundary may be rigid or it may be flexible. The boundary may be rigid, it may be flexible. Rigid means it is strong. For example, we have two classrooms. These two classrooms A and B. So these two classrooms are divided by a particular wall. So wall is strong. That means here wall is a boundary. That boundary is rigid here and strong on the other. So here boundary may be rigid. Next, the boundary may be adiabatic. Boundary may be adiabatic or diathermic. The boundary may be adiabatic and diathermic. These are the terms which we are going to use in the next topics. That's why we have to know about this. We have an idea about this. First one is the system and the surrounding. System means the part which we are concentrated on the or which we are which is under investigation is called as system. మనం దేని గురించి అయితే చదువుతున్నామో అది మాత్రమే సిస్టమ్ అవుతుంది. So the remaining total universe is the surrounding. So in next topic, whenever you go through the system, so you have to understand that the system is under investigation and the remaining universe is the surrounding. So next topic is the boundary. Boundary means there is a imaginary line or imaginary or real line between the system and surrounding. System ki surrounding ki madhyalo oka imaginary line untundi anedi meeru గుర్తు పెట్టుకుంటూ ఉండాలి. నెక్స్ట్ ద లైన్ between may be rigid or flexible. అది మూవబుల్ అయినా ఉండొచ్చు, కదిలే విధంగా అయినా ఉండొచ్చు, దట్ మే బి స్ట్రాంగ్ అంటే ఫిక్స్డ్గా అయినా ఉండొచ్చు. నెక్స్ట్ ద బౌండరీ మే బి అడియాబాటిక్ అండ్ డయాథర్మిక్. Boundary may be adiabatic and diathermic. What is mean by diathermic means? Diathermic means it allows heat. It allows heat. For example, we are talking about a open vessel. Open vessel, what happened in open vessel? We are taking hot water. So automatically this is boundary, no? From this boundary the heat is flowing to outside. So this boundary is diathermic. We can say that the heat is flowing from here. That means it is allowing the heat from inside to outside. Okay, system to surrounding. So this boundary is called as diathermic. Diathermic means it allows heat టు ఫ్లో ఇట్. దాని నుండి హీట్ని ఫ్లో అవ్వడానికి ఎలో చేస్తే దాన్ని డయాథర్మిక్ అంటారు. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఈజ్ ద అడియాబాటిక్. అడియాబాటిక్ మీన్స్ ఇట్ కెనాట్ ఎలో హీట్ టు ఫ్లో త్రూ ఇట్. హీట్ టు ఫ్లో త్రూ ఇట్, దాని నుంచి హీట్ వెళ్ళడానికి అది ఇష్టపడదు అనమాట. ఇట్ కెనాట్ ఎలోస్ హీట్ టు ఫ్లో త్రూ ఇట్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ టేకింగ్ ఏ ఫ్లాస్క్, if you are talking about a flask, that is tea flask. In tea flask, what happened when we are filling with the tea, after even 2 hours the tea is in heat condition only, hot only. That means it is not allowing the heat from system to surrounding. So flask లో ఉన్న టీ 2 hours తర్వాత కూడా అది హీట్ గానే ఉంటుంది, అంటే హాట్ గానే ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకు అనంటే హియర్ హీట్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఎక్స్చేంజింగ్ బిట్వీన్ ద సిస్టమ్ అండ్ సరౌండింగ్. దట్ మీన్స్ హియర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద బౌండరీ. ఇది సరిహద్దు అవుతుంది. దిస్ బౌండరీ ఈజ్ నాట్ అలోయింగ్ హీట్ ఫ్రమ్ ఇన్సైడ్ టు అవుట్ సైడ్. ఇది బౌండరీ అనేది బయటికి రానివ్వట్లేదు. సో ఇన్ దట్ కేస్ ద బౌండరీ ఈజ్ అడియాబాటిక్. So it is adiabatic. Adiabatic means it cannot flows heat through it. Next, diathermic means it allows heat through it. That is called as diathermic. దాని నుంచి హీట్ని పాస్ చేయగలిగితే అదేమో డయాథర్మిక్ అంటాము. హీట్ని ఎలో చేయకపోతే దాన్ని ఏమంటున్నాము? అడియాబాటిక్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ ద బౌండరీ. Okay, boundary may be real, may be imaginary, boundary may be rigid, boundary may be flexible, and the boundary may be adiabatic and diathermic. Next we are going to discuss about the types of systems. So okay, we know that system is in existence. So system means the part which is under investigation. మనం దేని గురించి అయితే మాట్లాడుతున్నామో దాన్ని సిస్టమ్ అంటున్నాము. దట్ సిస్టమ్ ఈజ్ డివైడెడ్ ఇంటూ 3 different types. So first one is the open system. What is open system means? So again we are taking an example of open vessel. So in open vessel we are taking water and we are heating it. Either if you heat or if you are not heat, the process is same, the concept is same. So if you are heating, what happen after some time? The water will boil. So if you observe after some time, the level of the water will be decreased. After some time what happened? After some time you go and come, so the level of the water will be decreased, and also what happened, after some time the hardness of the, that is the heat of the water is also decreases. So what I am saying here, so if you heat the open vessel water, the water present in the open vessel, so first of all they may get temperature. So if you turn off the flame, so after some time what happened, the level of the water decreases, that means the level is also decreases, and also the heat of the water is also decreases. That means what is happening here, open system means it is system, na, it is system, the remaining is what, surrounding. It is system and the remaining is what, surrounding. So there is a exchange of system, there is a exchange of mass and energy between system and surrounding. There is an exchange of mass and energy between system and surrounding, so that the type of system is called as open system. That means here level of the water is decreasing means the amount of water is decreasing. That means mass is exchanging between the system and surrounding. mass ante water యొక్క క్వాంటిటీ తగ్గుతుంది అని అంటే వాటర్ అనేది మాస్ అనేది తగ్గుతుంది, అంటే బయటికి ఎక్స్చేంజ్ అవుతుంది ఫ్రమ్ ద సిస్టమ్ అండ్ సరౌండింగ్. అండ్ ఆల్సో ద హీట్ ఆఫ్ ద వాటర్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో డిక్రీజింగ్, అంటే కొద్దిసేపటి తర్వాత వాటర్ ఏమవుతాయి, కూల్ అవుతాయి. సో కూల్ ఎందుకు అవుతున్నాయి, హీట్ ఫ్లోస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద, వి నో దట్ హీట్ ఫ్లోస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద హై టెంపరేచర్ టు లో టెంపరేచర్. సో ఇక్కడ సిస్టమ్ వెజల్లో హీట్నెస్ ఉంది, బయట అట్మాస్ఫియర్లో హీట్నెస్ తక్కువ ఉంది. సో ఎక్కువ ఉన్న చోటు నుంచి తక్కువ ఉన్న చోటుకి వెళ్తుంది కాబట్టి ద హీట్ ఆల్సో ఫ్లోస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద హై టెంపరేచర్ టు లో టెంపరేచర్, అండ్ ద మాస్ ఆల్సో flows from the system and surrounding. That means open system means in open system mass can exchange and also energy can exchange between the system and surrounding. So that type of systems are called as open system. For open system, open vessel is necessary. Open vessel, it should be open vessel. In open vessel only mass can also exchange between, and the energy also exchanges between the system and surrounding. That is called as open system. So next we are going to discuss about the closed system. So the name is indicating us it is a closed vessel. So we are closing the vessel. Vessel మీద లిడ్ పెట్టేస్తాం, మూత పెట్టేసాం, క్లోజ్ చేసాం అనుకుందాం. అగైన్ వీఆర్ టేకింగ్ వాటర్, హాట్ వాటర్ తీసుకున్నాము. వాట్ హ్యాపెండ్ ఆఫ్టర్ సమ్ టైమ్, ద వాటర్ విల్ బికమ్ కూల్. ఆఫ్ వాటర్, ఆ వాటర్ బికమ్ కూల్. But the level of the water is not changing after some time. Even after some time, if you observe, the level of the water is fixed, but the temperature of the water is changing. First of all, water is in hot condition, but after some time what happened, the water is become cooled. That means we can say that mass cannot exchange. Mass cannot exchange. Mass is nothing but here amount of water. Okay, mass cannot exchange, but energy can exchange. Energy can exchange between system and surrounding, between system and surrounding. So this type of system is called as closed system. So why? Because see here the difference is in the open vessel. What happened in the open vessel, mass can exchange and energy also exchange. Why? Because the vessel is in open condition. But when we close the vessel, what happened here, only energy is exchanging between the system and surrounding, but not mass. So that type of system is called as closed system. So next we have, third one is isolated system. Isolated system. So what is meant by isolated system means, again the same example of flask. So in the example of flask, what we have taken here, we have taken a flask, in that hot water or hot tea or hot milk. So after some time, after even 2 hours, the level of the tea is not changing and the temperature of the tea is also not changing. If you are taking a hot tea, after 2 hours also it will be in hot condition only. That means the boundary is here adiabatic, isolated. That means here neither mass can exchange and nor energy is also not exchange. Here energy is nothing but energy is in the form of heat. In every example we are talking about energy. Energy is nothing but here heat. So here mass is not exchanging between the system and surrounding. In the same way, between the system and surrounding, the same way energy is also not exchanging between the system and surrounding. So this type of system is called as isolated system. Now we have open system, closed system and isolated system. So this is about the systems. Next we have another topic, that is variables, or properties. Variables or properties, that means every system or every process has some properties. Let's see, generally these properties are divided into two types. First one is a extensive property, next intensive property. Extensive property and intensive property. So what are extensive and what are intensive properties means? So extensive property, the property which depends on the size of the matter, or the amount of the matter, or amount of the sample are called as extensive property. The properties depends on the amount of the matter or depends on the size of the system is called as extensive property. The example is mass. The best example is mass. Why? Because for example, if you are taking a small glass of water and if you are taking a large bucket of water, so the mass is nothing but here weight. The weight depends on the size of the sample. No, the glass of water is having x weight, the bucket of water is having the weight y. So probably the size of the y, that is the weight of the y is more than the x. Why? Because it is bucket of water. So bucket లో ఉన్న వాటర్ యొక్క వెయిట్ ఆబ్వియస్గా ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది. సో గ్లాస్లో ఉన్న వాటర్ యొక్క వెయిట్ తక్కువ ఉంటుంది. అంటే ఇక్కడ వెయిట్ అనేది దేని మీద డిపెండ్ అయ్యి ఉంది? సైజ్ ఆఫ్ ద శాంపుల్. సో హియర్ వాటర్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ బకెట్. సో వాటర్ అనేది బకెట్లో ఉంది, అది ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి గ్లాస్లో ఉంది. సో ఆబ్వియస్లీ ఇక్కడ సైజ్ తక్కువ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఆబ్వియస్లీ మాస్ విల్ బి లెస్. సైజ్ ఎక్కువ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఆబ్వియస్లీ మాస్ విల్ బి మోర్. దట్ మీన్స్ ద మాస్ ఈజ్ డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ ద size of the sample. So we can say that mass is a extensive property. If any property which depends on the size of a sample or size of the matter, that is called as extensive property. Next when we come to the intensive property, so the opposite, the property which doesn't depend on the size of matter. The property which doesn't depend on the size of matter is called as intensive property. For example, temperature. So for example, temperature. If you are talking about small room, if you are talking about a large room, the temperature will be same. No, small room aina large room aina atmospheric temperature ఎంత ఉంటుందో అంతే ఉంటుంది. So temperature is not depending on whether the small room or large room. It is not depending on the size. It is only depending on the doesn't depending on the size. The temperature అనేది ఫిక్స్డ్ గా ఉంటుంది, స్మాల్ రూమ్ కైనా లార్జ్ రూమ్ కైనా. అలాంటి దాన్ని ఏమంటాము? ఇంటెన్సివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. సో అండ్ there are many examples. For example, volume is also extensive property. చిన్న వాల్యూమా పెద్ద వాల్యూమా, చిన్న దాంట్లో తీసుకుంటే వాల్యూమ్ చిన్నగా ఉంటుంది, పెద్ద దాంట్లో తీసుకుంటే వాల్యూమ్ పెద్దగా ఉంటుంది. ఇట్ ఆల్సో డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ ద సైజ్. వాల్యూమ్ ఆల్సో డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ ద సైజ్. నెక్స్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈజ్ హీట్ కెపాసిటీ. Heat capacity is also extensive property. Next when it comes to the intensive property, specific heat capacity. Normal heat capacity means the rise in temperature when 1 degree rise in heat. So heat capacity Heat capacity means there is a increase in temperature. When 1 degree temperature increases, that is called as heat capacity. But specific heat capacity is what? It is specific for particular one, and that means if you increase the temperature or if you decrease the temperature, there is no change in the heat capacity. That is called as specific heat capacity. So that is the intensive property, and there are number of examples we can say. That is enthalpy, okay, entropy, Gibbs free energy, internal energy. These are all extensive properties. When we are talking about molarity, like concentration terms like molarity, normality, mole fraction, molality, these are all comes under intensive property. Next, ఏది ఇంటెన్సివ్ ఏది ఎక్స్టెన్సివ్ అంటే ప్రతిసారి ఇన్ని గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవడానికి కష్టం కదా. సో దెర్ ఈజ్ ఎ ట్రిక్ ఫర్ ఈజీ ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్ ఆర్ ఈజీ identification of extensive and intensive properties. That is extensive by extensive is equal to intensive. That means extensive property upon extensive property, we are getting the intensive property. For example, molarity. What is molarity ma? Number of moles by volume. సో మొలారిటీ, ఇప్పుడు మొలారిటీ ఎక్స్టెన్సివా ఇంటెన్సివా తెలవాలి. మొలారిటీ ఫార్ములా ఏంటి? నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మోల్స్ బై వాల్యూమ్. నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మోల్స్ ఈజ్ ఏ ఎక్స్టెన్సివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. వీ నో దట్ if size increases, moles also increases, size decreases, moles also decreases. So number of moles is a extensive property by volume. Volume is also extensive property. It also depends on the quantity only. So extensive by extensive is obviously intensive. So we can say that molarity is a intensive property. In this way we can find out which is extensive and which is intensive. So this is about the variables. What are variables now? We have two types of variables. First one is extensive variable and another one is the intensive variable. Okay, intensive variable is the property that doesn't depend on the size of the matter is called as intensive property, and the property which depends on the extensive depends on the size of the matter are called as extensive properties. Next we have types of thermodynamic process. So thermodynamic process are in different types. Let's see one by one. So these are all introduction part only. If you know all these introductory parts, so further if you are going through the depth of the topic, so it will be easier to understand whether the term or terminology. So thermodynamic process, first one is the isothermal process. So if we are saying one process is isothermal process, some X process is there, that is isothermal. So what is mean by isothermal? Means iso means same or constant, thermal means temperature. Iso means same and the thermal means temperature. That means throughout the process the temperature is same. For example we have a process, we have a system, that is A gives rise to B. So we have a reaction, that is A gives rise to B. So throughout the reaction the temperature is same. That is delta T is equal to 0. That means that there is no change in temperature. If you are starting the reaction with 50 degrees centigrade, at the end also the temperature is 50 degrees centigrade only. So that type of reactions or that type of process or that type of reactions are called as isothermal process or isothermal reaction. Iso means same or constant, thermal means temperature. So this is about the isothermal temperature. So delta T is equal to 0. So the internal energy, change in internal energy also 0. For example, in the case of ideal gases, generally thermodynamics it is about all the phases. That means it can be applicable to gases, it can be applicable to liquids and solids, but in general in thermodynamics mostly we are discussing about the gases. At particularly we know that ideal gas. In kinetic molecular theory, in ideal gas what happened? Ideal gas is directly the kinetic energy of the ideal gases is directly dependent upon the temperature. We know that here temperature is constant, so obviously the internal energy, kinetic energy is also constant, that is equal to 0. So that is equal to 0. This is about about the isothermal process. The plot of isothermal process, we are taking a plot between pressure and volume. Why? Because temperature is constant అంటున్నాం కాబట్టి మనం P కి V కి అంటే ప్రెషర్ కి వాల్యూమ్ కి గ్రాఫ్ తీసుకుంటే ఇట్ విల్ బి లైక్ దిస్. ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఐసోథర్మల్ ప్లాట్. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ ఐసోథర్మల్. ఐసోథర్మల్ అని అంటే ఒక రియాక్షన్ జరుగుతున్నంతసేపు టెంపరేచర్ అనేది అంటే ఉష్ణోగ్రత అనేది కాన్స్టాంట్గానే ఉంటుంది, సేమ్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఐసోథర్మల్ ప్రాసెస్. సెకండ్ ప్రాసెస్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఐసోబారిక్ process. Isobaric means here pressure is constant, that is delta P is equal to 0. It is called as isobaric. For example, we are taking a open vessel and we are heating it. So the process is under investigation, that is system. So on this vessel, what happened, there is atmospheric pressure is working on the top of the, that is surface of the vessel. So atmospheric pressure అనేది constant గా వర్క్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటుంది. That means the pressure is constant here. Why? Because atmospheric pressure is not going to be changed. So the pressure is constant here. So this is the example for isobaric process. And third one we have isocoric process. What is meant by isocoric? Means here volume is constant, that is delta V is equal to volume 0, that is volume is constant. So this is called as isocoric process. Volume, for example, if you are taking a closed system, so after some time, if you heat this system, what happened, the volume is not going to be changed. Why? Because it is in closed condition, so volume is not going to be changed. So in this type of process is called as isocoric process. And next we have last one is the adiabatic process. So already we discussed about adiabatic means heat is not going to be exchanged between the system and surrounding. If you are taking a system, from this system heat is not going to be changed between the surrounding. That means delta Q is equal to 0. Q means a heat energy, so heat energy is constant, so it is called as adiabatic. So totally we have 4 systems, that is 4 process. First one is the isothermal means iso means same, thermal means temperature, so temperature is constant. Next we have isobaric. In isobaric, pressure is constant. Next we have isocoric means a volume is constant, and last one is the adiabatic, that means the heat energy is constant, that is Q is a constant. So these type of 4 process we have thermodynamic process in next different topics. So this is about today's class. Next we will continue in the next class.